No.
Cool Monk GT says I think there's a game called Alternate Watch that's inspired by Overwatch.
Awakened Bahamut says, "Oh, you finally remembered to go live on YouTube."
Cool Monk GT says nitrogen monoxide. I've seen people play IT. The graphic and game mechanics are really good.
Extentation says if we beat it, can we check out at Dead of Night and see if it's like able for you to play?
Accentation says at least you're doing with 3 or 4 characters right.
Awakened Bahamut says I eat fish.
Cool Monk GT says play some music.
Cool Monk GT says play Hound Dog.
Awakened Bahamut says at XXXTENTACION3.
What music is copyrighted or not?
XXXTNTECION says at Awakened Bahamut, thank you for telling me. How many characters are playing on Night 1?
Awakened Bahamut says yes.
Cool Monk GT says, guys, what are your favorite type of chips?
Awakened Bahamut says, are you sure?
Extentation says bloody SPY to mobile.
Cool Monk GT says mine is salt and vinegar chips.
Cool Monk GT says, and no, we need to put that on standby. Awakened Bahamut says turn this off.
Extentation says, why do I hear elevator getting done with the level it's on?
Awakened Bahamut says the music.
Cool Monk GT says they're good chips, okay, sad face.
XXXTentacion says, why'd I hear elevator music?
Cool Monk GT says how does he know music is playing if he's deaf?
Awakened Bahamut says that HM.
Awakened Bahamut says I am not deaf.
Awakened Bahamut says I don't know. GT says you are not from the UK. XXX Tentacion says Mr. Red I call Mr. Black.
Awakened Bahamut says that
XXX Tentacion says ah shit here we go again.
XXX Tentacion says Bugs Bunny.
Eli says yo.
Cool Monk GT says guys should Mr. Red do a seafood boil mukbang. Awakened Bahamut says you finally beat it.
Hey again, Terrence. Glad to see you come back for another night. Hopefully yesterday's shift went smoothly. Well, as smoothly as a night shift during a rainstorm should go anyway. Can't say whether or not anything will clear up, but hey, fingers crossed. Anyway, something happened this evening that could potentially affect your shift. We have these two big air ducts in the boiler and breaker room that could connect to the rest of the ventilation.
XXX
During my lunch
Tentacion
break,
says did
Carl
you
had me
know
go over
that
to the boiler
Sniper
room and
has a
check to see if
cat
the pool
named
temperature was up
Apples?
to par. Moment I walked in,
Awakened
I noticed
Bahamut
that the
says now
cover
two
for
more
the air
characters.
duct has been torn off.
Eli says what is
Not
this?
sure if it was some punk or an employee trying to be funny.
Cool
But
Monk
either way,
GT
we couldn't
says
get it
the
back
type
on.
of mukbang
Same
that
case
I
for the one
like
in the
is
breaker
when
room
you
that
spit
wrote
out some food
The
right
reason
on
this is
their
worth
mic.
bringing up is because the ducks are massive. They can fit a full-grown adult. And if an intruder is desperate enough to reach you, they could end up using those to crawl over to your office. Now, don't worry. You do have a way to counteract
Tentacion says
this.
come here
I
Cupcake.
installed a
The
button to the
TF2
monitor that will overheat the vent you're currently looking at with press. This should do a good job at scaring away anyone trying to use the vent.
Listen, I
Also,
have almost enough
do
for car.
keep
I'm
in mind
1500
that
off.
the overheat only lasts a second.
Says hi
I would
guys.
suggest that you time your use of it to the exact amount when the intruder enters the vent.
XXX
Even
Tentacion
though
says
you
Donald
can't
Duck is
see the
here.
vent itself thanks to the way that the camera's angled, you should be able to tell when someone tried to enter when they just
GT
appear.
says
from your
Mr.
view.
Red.
So if someone enters camera 12 or 11 and
Awaken
then goes
Bahamut
off
says it ain't
camera,
away.
use the overheat in case they try and get inside the duct. I believe that they should be your only concern for tonight, although I did forget to bring up something
GT
yesterday.
says, guys, we need a
This
donate
was a
to
great
Eli.
I doubt this is going to be an actual issue, but I have heard of previous cases from Night Doors where someone barged through the entrance gate and just stood there for a while. After like a couple...
Cool Monk GT says, I think the ducks might come from the fence or the door.
Cool Monk GT says IDK it just a guess. XXX Tentacion says I am going to WWE Wrestle the Duck.
Awakened Bahamut says no is Kirby.
Monk GT says TBH Luigi is just insecure in this game.
Eli says I'm still at work, so I may need to go on call.
Eli says when the second team comes out, we'll be next to leave for the call. Cool Monk GT says Kirby sucks things, right?
Cool Monk GT says does he have teeth?
XXX Tentacion says
Eli says so I have 5 minutes minimum. Cool Monk GT says can I find one under $15?
XXX Tentacion says it. Cool Monk GT no he has a hand.
Cool Monk GT says does he have teeth?
Awakened Bahamut says and Meta Knight is here too.
XXX Tentacion says door heavy.
Awakened Bahamut says Meta Knight is like foxes.
Cool Monk GT says Mario just chilled. Awakened Bahamut says he will run at you.
Cool Monk GT says you close the door. XXX Tentacion says yes heavy I thinks you close door heavy.
Cool Monk GT says he's just Foxy in this GAMR. Awakened Bahamut says no.
Says guys I love y'all okay.
Cool Monk GT says that's a statue.
GT says I thought that was a treat.
Awakened Bahamut says he go in you Valens.
Cool Monk GT says at Awakened Bahamut the hell is a Valens.
Mr. Red loves playing with his joystick guys.
Says Mr. Red likes this. Awakened Bahamut says he will go in events. Awakened Bahamut says yes.
XXX Tentacion says heavy weapons guy US not scared of the says then get off faster.
Awakened Bahamut says Meta Knight looked like him. Good boy, not arguing back.
XXX Tentacion says now I'm wondering who possesses the killer Nintendo characters.
Says I love you.
XXX Tentacion says it probably shut down because of Locker and the Scooby-Doo breathe smell.
Awakened Bahamut says him love that.
Awakened Bahamut says, where is Kirby?
Come says, how was your day?
Hum says good.
Awakened Bahamut says Meta Knight is annoying.
Awakened Bahamut says wonderful night vibe.
Awakened Bahamut says, do you know who in Night 5?
XXX Tentacion says it's Wario.
Bahamut says it's Mario.
Awakened Bahamut says no there too, Mario.
XXX Tentacion says do a Dead of Night or check it out.
XXX Tentacion says it's Steam.
XXX Tentacion says wrong game. XXX Tentacion says no, the one with the blood moon with the person.
No, not that way. Okay, good.
Awakened Bahamut says wow.
Cool Monk GT says alternate watch. Says play Roblox with us, I want to play with you.
Awakened Bahamut says so what now? Awakened Bahamut says I guess.
XXX Tentacion says Team Fortress 2. Awakened Bahamut says no.
Cool Monk GT says please play alternate watch.
Says cause Clayton not even here.
Cool Monk GT says I didn't know.
Awakened Bahamut says some okay.
Cool Monk GT says play Phasmophobia with fans. Cool Monk GT says yes. Says watch something while we wait.
Awakened Bahamut says I can't play that sad face.
Cool Monk GT says yes, please. Awakened Bahamut says no.
Says Clay's such a good boy.
Cool Monk GT says I've been begging my mom so I can buy PHASMAPHOBIA.
Cool Monk GT says play it during the weekend or summer brio. Says you know what happened today.
Cool Monk GT says summer break. XXX Tentacion says, by the way, the game that is on the wishlist is point to click, so to walk you be pointing. Says like 10 different girls ask for my number trust.
Cool Monk GT says no.
Cool Monk GT says I said play it during the weekend or during summer break.
Cool Monk GT says we have the same time ZKNES.
Hi, bud. I just got home from work, took a shower. Gotta take a nap while playing the game.
Gotta take a nap.
Yeah. Gotta play shield and just sit in a corner. Shields do anyways.
You are Clay. Clay does have to.
I need royalty. Money.
Yeah, your royalty would one.
Yes.
I pencil 5.
Uh-uh.
Yeah.